Human history is not just a timeline of kings, empires, and battles. It is also a story of mysteries. Civilizations rose to incredible heights, only to vanish, leaving behind fragments that confuse even our most advanced scholars. Across continents, we find ruins aligned with stars, artifacts centuries ahead of their time, and stories that blur the line between myth and reality. Each discovery raises questions. Did our ancestors know more than we believe? Or are we simply uncovering pieces of forgotten worlds? Tonight we explore the top 10 ancient mysteries that still baffle historians, secrets that may never be fully solved, but continue to ignite our imagination. 1. The Lost City of Atlantis. Few legends are as enduring as Atlantis. More than 2,000 years ago, Plato described a mighty seafaring empire, rich in technology and knowledge, that vanished beneath the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. Some argue it was a parable about human pride, while others insist it was real history disguised in myth. Over the centuries, explorers have searched from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, even Antarctica, for traces of the fabled city. Volcanic eruptions, shifting seas, and sudden cataclysms make the idea strangely plausible. Yet no conclusive evidence has ever been found. Atlantis lingers as both a warning and a temptation, proof that even the greatest civilizations can disappear, leaving behind only whispers in legend. Tap the Great Pyramids of Giza. Standing for over 4,500 years, the Pyramids of Giza are more than monuments. They are riddles carved in stone. Each massive block, some weighing more than 70 tons, was cut, transported, and placed with astonishing precision. Even more baffling, the Great Pyramid is aligned almost perfectly with true north, and its dimensions appear to encode advanced mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio. Traditional explanations point to ingenious engineering, vast labor forces, and clever use of ramps. Yet doubts remain. How did they achieve such accuracy with tools of copper and wood? Were they mere tombs or something greater? Cosmic observatories, energy centers, or libraries of forgotten knowledge? The pyramids endure not just as wonders of architecture, but as enigmas that continue to challenge the limits of human understanding. 3. Stonehenge. On the rolling plains of Salisbury, England, the stones of Stonehenge stand like guardians of a forgotten age. Some weigh over 25 tons, and yet they were transported from quarries as far as 150 miles away, long before the invention of the wheel. The monument's layout aligns precisely with solstices, suggesting that its builders possessed advanced knowledge of astronomy. Was Stonehenge a temple to the sun, a sacred burial site, or a calendar carved in stone? Theories abound, but no answer satisfies every mystery. Even today, it is a place of pilgrimage, where modern druids, archaeologists, and travelers gather to witness the sunrise over its ancient circle. Stonehenge is more than a monument. It is a reminder of humanity's timeless urge to connect with the cosmos and to leave behind something eternal. 4. The Nazca Lines. Across the barren desert plains of southern Peru stretch enormous geoglyphs known as the Nazca Lines. First discovered from the air in the 20th century, these vast drawings include animals, spirals, and perfectly straight lines that extend for miles. Some figures are so large, they can only be fully seen from the sky. An astonishing fact, given that the Nazca people lived more than 2,500 years ago, long before the age of flight. Why did they create these immense designs? Some archaeologists suggest they were ritual pathways, walked by priests in ceremonies to honor the gods of water and fertility. Others believe they were astronomical markers, aligning with constellations or solstices. Yet their sheer scale raises deeper questions. How could people without modern surveying tools draw with such precision across such vast distances? The mystery only deepens when considering the environment. The arid desert preserved the lines for centuries, as if nature itself conspired to protect this riddle. From the air, the hummingbird, spider, and monkey seemed like messages to the heavens, symbols meant to be seen by gods, or perhaps by something beyond this world. Even today, scientists, historians, and dreamers continue to debate their purpose. Were the Nazca Lines expressions of faith, an ancient calendar, or a call to beings above the earth? Whatever the truth, they remain one of the most breathtaking and mysterious messages humanity has ever carved into the land. 5. The Moai statues of Easter Island. Far out in the Pacific Ocean lies Easter Island, one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth. Scattered across its grassy hills are nearly 900 massive stone statues known as the Moai. Some tower over 30 feet tall and weigh more than 80 tons, yet they were carved and transported centuries ago by the island's small Polynesian population. The question that continues to baffle historians is simple: how? Theories suggest the islanders used ropes, wooden sledges, or ingenious walking techniques to move the statues upright across miles of rugged terrain. But even if the methods are plausible, the purpose behind the Moai remains a mystery. Were they representations of ancestors meant to watch over the living? Or were they symbols of power intended to connect the people with the divine? Adding to the enigma, many of the statues are buried up to their shoulders, with hidden bodies beneath the earth. Some archaeologists believe this suggests ritual significance, while others see it as evidence of natural burial over time. The statue's placement, facing inland rather than toward the sea, also sparks debate. Were they guarding the island's people rather than greeting visitors? The rise and fall of Easter Island society adds another layer. Once thriving, the civilization collapsed, possibly due to deforestation, conflict, or outside influence. The Moai stand today as silent witnesses to both the islanders' extraordinary achievements and their tragic decline. To gaze upon them is to confront one of history's greatest paradoxes: a people capable of creating wonders, yet vulnerable to disappearance. 6. Göbekli Tepe. In the rolling hills of southeastern Turkey lies a site that has rewritten human history: Göbekli Tepe. Buried for thousands of years and rediscovered only in the 1990s, it is now considered the world's oldest known temple, dating back nearly 12,000 years. That's 7,000 years before the pyramids of Egypt and long before Stonehenge. Its age alone is astonishing, but what truly baffles historians is the complexity of the site. Massive T-shaped pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, were carved with intricate depictions of animals, lions, snakes, vultures, and more. The arrangement of these pillars into circular enclosures suggests advanced planning and social organization. But according to what we thought we knew about history, humans of that era were supposed to be simple hunter-gatherers, not builders of monumental architecture. So who built Göbekli Tepe, and why? Some believe it was a spiritual center where tribes gathered for ritual and ceremony. Others argue it may have been a place of astronomical observation, its pillars aligned with stars and constellations. What's even stranger is that, thousands of years after it was built, the site was deliberately buried. Was it an act of preservation or an attempt to hide something? Göbekli Tepe challenges the very foundation of our understanding of civilization. It suggests that religion, art, and social complexity may have come before farming and settled life, not the other way around. It is a reminder that the story of humanity is far older and far more mysterious than we ever imagined. 7. The Voynich Manuscript. Hidden in a library for centuries, then rediscovered in 1912, the Voynich Manuscript is perhaps the most mysterious book in the world. Its pages are filled with elegant handwriting in a language no one has ever been able to read. The script doesn't match any known alphabet, and attempts to decode it have failed, even with modern AI. Linguists, cryptographers, and historians remain baffled, but the writing is only half the puzzle. The manuscript also contains strange, vivid illustrations. Plants that don't exist in nature, women bathing in pools connected by complex pipe systems, and diagrams that resemble astronomical charts. What knowledge was the author trying to preserve? Some believe it's a forgotten herbal guide or a medical text. Others suggest it hides secret alchemical wisdom or even knowledge from another world. The manuscript is named after Wilfrid Voynich, the antique book dealer who first brought it to public attention. Since then, countless theories have been proposed. Some argue it was an elaborate medieval hoax, while others insist it contains encrypted wisdom meant only for select eyes. Yet despite decades of research, no one has cracked its code. What makes the Voynich manuscript so haunting is that it feels purposeful. Every page is carefully designed, every symbol deliberate. Someone long ago poured years of work into this book. But for whom? And why? Until the day its meaning is unlocked, the Voynich manuscript remains one of history's most tantalizing riddles, a voice from the past that speaks in a language we cannot understand. 8. The Antikythera mechanism. In 1901, divers exploring a Roman-era shipwreck off the coast of Greece made a discovery that stunned the world, a corroded bronze device with intricate gears. At first it looked like a lump of metal, but as scientists studied it, they realized it was something extraordinary. The Antikythera mechanism, a machine over 2,000 years old. This ancient device turned out to be an astronomical calculator capable of predicting solar and lunar eclipses, charting the movements of planets, and even tracking the dates of the Olympic Games. Its complexity is so advanced that nothing comparable would appear again for more than 1,000 years. Many call it the world's first computer. But how did such knowledge exist in ancient Greece? Was it the product of a lone genius whose discoveries were lost to time? Or was there once a broader scientific tradition, erased from history by war and collapse? The precision of its gears, crafted with incredible accuracy, suggests skills far beyond what historians believed possible for the era. Even today, replicas of the mechanism continue to reveal new insights. Yet the biggest question remains unanswered. Was the Antikythera mechanism a unique invention, or one of many similar devices that have simply disappeared? If the latter is true, then vast chapters of human technological history are missing, evidence of brilliance that has been forgotten, waiting beneath the waves, or buried in the earth. The Antikythera mechanism stands as proof that ancient people were capable of wonders we are only beginning to understand. It is a reminder that progress is not always a straight line, and that sometimes the past was far more advanced than we dare to believe. 9. The Baghdad Battery. In the 1930s, archaeologists excavating near Baghdad uncovered a set of curious clay jars, each containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. At first glance, they looked unremarkable, but when modern researchers examined them, a shocking possibility emerged. They may have been capable of generating electricity. Known today as the Baghdad Battery, these objects date back more than 2,000 years, long before electricity was officially discovered. If the jars were truly primitive batteries, what were they used for? Some suggest they powered electroplating, coating objects in thin layers of precious metal. Others believe they might have been used for simple medical treatments, delivering small electric shocks. The idea that ancient people harnessed electricity, even in a rudimentary form, challenges our understanding of technological history. Skeptics argue the jars may have been simple storage vessels, their electrical potential only coincidental. But the debate refuses to fade. Experiments with replicas have shown that, when filled with acidic liquid like vinegar, the jars can indeed produce a mild current. That fact alone is enough to keep the mystery alive. Were the Baghdad batteries isolated curiosities, or hints of a lost knowledge that once flickered across the ancient world? If ancient engineers understood electricity even in part, what else might they have discovered? And what might have been lost in the collapse of empires? Silent and unassuming, the Baghdad battery continues to spark one of history's greatest debates. Did our ancestors know more than we think? Or are we only seeing what we wish to find? Item 10. The Indus Valley Civilization. More than 4,000 years ago, along the fertile plains of the Indus River, flourished one of the world's earliest urban societies, the Indus Valley Civilization. At its height, it stretched across modern-day Pakistan and India, with cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro that rivaled the great civilizations of Mesopotamia and Egypt. Wide streets, advanced drainage systems, and multi-story homes revealed a level of urban planning centuries ahead of its time. Yet, for all its sophistication, the Indus Valley remains shrouded in mystery. Its people developed a script carved into seals and pottery. But despite decades of effort, no one has been able to decipher it. Without this key, their language, beliefs, and stories remain locked away. Even more puzzling is their sudden disappearance. By 1900 BCE, the civilization began to decline, vanishing almost without explanation. Was it climate change, shifting rivers, invasion, or something more? The unanswered questions make the Indus Valley one of history's greatest enigmas. How could a culture so advanced simply dissolve into obscurity? Their undeciphered script taunts us from the past, holding secrets that might completely reshape our view of early human history. Until it is cracked, the voices of the Indus people remain silent, an entire civilization lost in time. And so we arrive at the end of our journey, yet the mysteries remain unsolved. From Atlantis to the pyramids, from Stonehenge to the Indus Valley, these puzzles remind us of how fragile and fleeting even the greatest civilizations can be. They challenge us to reconsider the limits of ancient knowledge, to wonder what was forgotten, and to imagine what still lies hidden beneath the sands and seas. Perhaps one day, new discoveries will bring answers. Perhaps the secrets of lost worlds will be revealed. But until then, they remain echoes, whispers of a past that refuses to be silenced. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to subscribe to Echoes of the Past. Because the greatest mysteries are not behind us, they are still waiting to be uncovered.